Well, on this channel, I have been talking lots about savings, investing, super age pension, and retirement in general. I have also recorded a couple of videos on the topic of aged care, such as, for example, the biggest aged care mistakes to avoid. And with every budget, I introduced updates on the changes to the industry. But one of the most requested topics is about other forms of caring for older family members, and that is about granny flats. Most people are very confused with this topic or are completely unaware that it exists and what that actually is, for what purpose, and how it could assist financially, personally, and socially. So today we'll go a little bit deeper into granny flats agreements and we will discuss the following. What is a granny flat arrangement? Number 2, what assets can be used for this purpose? Number 3, rules around Centrelink and pension. Number 4, impact on tax and estate planning. My name is Katherine from About Retirement. I'm certified financial planner and you are watching About Retirement TV, the place where you can learn lots about the best ways to be financially prepared for your retirement or how to improve it if you're already retired. So number 1. The very first question is, what is this granny flat arrangement? When it can be used and how helpful could it be and for whom? When we talk about granny flats, we are not talking about the little cottage at the back of someone's backyard. What we are talking about is the financial agreement between parent, one or both, and a child or children, where parent is provided with the accommodation and care for exchange for a payment or asset or money transfer to care provider. Therefore, we have a family agreement where mum or dad or both together will transfer the assets such as their family home or other property or money to a child or children to establish a granny flat interest. Usually that means that the life tenancy or a life interest in a property is being agreed upon between a parent who is the care recipient and a child who is the care provider. A very good example are clients of mine whose mother was getting older, lonely, wanted to live with children and grandchildren, while at the same time children could look after mum whose health started to deteriorate. But in order to accommodate mum and also that the family can continue their normal independent living, they needed to extend their home. Therefore, mum sold her family home and contributed the money towards the extension. Therefore, money contributed to the build of the extension was agreed upon legally through a solicitor as a granny flat agreement. This agreement has some Centrelink benefits for pension calculations. However, as always, it depends. This is the area where you must get the financial advice, as it is so very easy to create a huge drama for a parent of losing age pension, paying unnecessary taxes, or introducing problems for the estate. Number 2. But assuming that your financial planner advised that granny flat interest is beneficial for all, what assets can actually be used to establish that such an agreement? As mentioned before, the parent family home can be used either as a property transfer or after selling as money. Cash, meaning any other money that parent might have, which could also include shares, bonds, or other financial assets. Number 3, Centrelink rules around granny flat. As always, Centrelink rules are complex. Normally, giving assets to your kid or transferring property falls under assets deprivation. And I have been talking quite extensively about it throughout my videos. But this is where granny flat is different. Under this arrangement, you are allowed to give assets to your children, and it will not be treated as deprivation of assets because it is the exchange of your money for the care and accommodation provided to you by your children. Centrelink will, however, look at the value of the assets given away. As always, there are limits. So again, ask for advice so you don't go over those limits. And they are different depending on each case. If you don't keep the arrangement within the financial limit, it might negatively impact the age pension entitlement for a parent. Parent who is provided with care and accommodation cannot own the property. The home in which the accommodation is provided must be the parent's principal home. This type of the financial setup could assist in keeping the age pension. Having a parent close by to look after him or her, money could help children in their financial planning while the parent is also cared for. Number 4. But as I mentioned before, this strategy needs to be correctly calculated as many issues need to be taken into account. For example, what is your parent limit for the granny flat contribution? As I said before, it is different in every case, so you better find out before you start setting up not to go over the limit. What will be the impact of this arrangement on age pension or any other pension the parent is receiving? What happens if your parent health deteriorate? Where will the money come from for aged care placement and ongoing fees? What about if the parent has more than one child? What about estate planning distribution of any death benefit to other children that don't participate in granny flat agreement? If there is a transfer of property, is there any stamp duty, land tax, or capital gains tax payable in this situation? As you can see, there are many issues to be discussed, researched, and calculated before you decide that granny flat is really beneficial for you and for your parent. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, please give it a like and subscribe to this channel not to miss my future videos. If this is something that could benefit your parent, or if you are a parent who would like to find out if this is a viable option for your retirement, please visit my website aboutretirement.com.au to organize a meeting with me so we can view your situation and discuss it in more details. And while you are on my website, don't forget to sign up to my newsletter to be kept up to date with all the changes in Australia that could impact your retirement. And now a quick recommendation. Please view the previously mentioned video, The Biggest Aged Care Mistakes to Avoid. And the second video is the very last recorded, as I think it is a very timely indeed. Recent pension changes impact more people. I hope you will enjoy those extra videos, and I will speak with you in a minute. Bye.